touchdown. She hit the line on the far side, and the Rebels win.
Stop playing! Stop playing! He connects! Rebels with their first lead of the night.
And the Andover Huskies are your section champion.
Welcome to Champlin Park High School. It's a beautiful night for softball. We've gone from winter to summer in the span of about 72 hours. And we have a Northwest Suburban Conference matchup here tonight. It'll be under the lights. Right now we have late day sunshine at Champlin Park High School. The Rebels are hosting the Anoka Tornadoes. Along with Joe Rulin, I'm Jim Erickson. First of all, the weather, it's outstanding. It's nice to finally have something like this here, finally by the midway mark of May here, Joe. And meanwhile, we got a good matchup here against two teams that have had good seasons.
Yeah, the Rebels had a mark of 10-3. They've outscored their opponents in terms of runs, 83-25. But the key thing is they are hitting .322 on the season. Their opponents just hitting .219. Meanwhile, Anoka with a mark of 8-4. They are coming off a 6-1 loss to Wayzata. And looking to get things going and back on track. Meanwhile, it was a 12-3 win over Elk River last Thursday for the Rebels.
You may have mentioned Champlin Park with 5 wins in a row, Joe, and they are in the hunt in the Northwest Suburban Conference. They have a few games in hand. Blaine is 10-1, Centennial 9-1, and then Champlin Park right there at 8-2 in the conference. Anoka a little further back in 8 conference games. They are 5-3. Again, Anoka opened up the season with 5 straight wins. They were off to a hot start. Then they dropped 3 out of 4. Now they've won 2 of their last 3. Wins over Elk River and Coon Rapids. And then that loss that Joe mentioned against Wayzata on Saturday by a 6-1 score. Champlin Park, a couple of big wins here recently. As you mentioned, they're scoring a lot of runs. They scored 13 and 12 respectively in their last 2 games as we head into this one here tonight from Champlin Park High School. First time I've been here and drove past the baseball field. They've got a brand new grandstand that they put in there. You know, they put in the new cement and the new base, the new dugouts and the new cement slab, and now they've got a beautiful grandstand. It sounds like they want to do a similar thing here at the softball complex, Joe.
Oh, that looks like a great setup in the advancement they made over for Rebels baseball in that stadium. So tonight I'm looking forward to watching also some great pitching. On the mound for the Rebels will be Riley Leonhardt. Leonhardt comes in with a record of 9-2. Meanwhile, the goal, an ERA this year of just 1.30, has given up just 1 home run. And opponents are batting just 176 against her on the season. And meanwhile, it looks to be going for Willette. Willette will be on the mound. Avery Willette for the Anoka squad. A pitcher I don't really know a whole lot about, but I'm looking forward to seeing tonight. But it's going to be about what these two teams do well. One off, keeping it around the plate and fielding well. And both these teams can field well.
And Anoka has used a lot of pitchers here so far this season. They're a very young team. We talked about that in an early broadcast in the victory that they had against Andover early in the season here on QCTV. Anoka 8-4, 5-3 in conference play. They're going to lead off here in the top half of the first inning with junior third baseman Abby Dusterhoff. Then she'll be followed by her twin sister, junior first baseman Alexa Dusterhoff. Maddie Frecking will bat third, shortstop. She is a freshman, and you see the rest of that lineup here for Tony Jasnowski, 12th year head coach here for the Anoka Tornadoes. Coaching down at third, Dusterhoff in to face Riley Leonhardt here. First pitch of the ball game from Champlin Park High School. And it's high and outside, ball 1.
And just a quick note, the wind is blowing out to the scoreboard, right out to left field. So we'll see if that has any role, if either of these pitchers leave anything up.
1-0, and that hit her. So Abby Dusterhoff taking one for the team, hit that on the upper left arm, left shoulder. And she'll be on at first base. Leadoff runner on here for the Anoka Tornadoes. And here's Alexa Dusterhoff.
The twins, I'm not sure. These two twins from Anoka, I'm not sure which one is the oldest twin. But we're going to give it to the leadoff hitter since she just took that hit. So we'll give her the oldest of the two. But a key hitter in this lineup tonight is really going to be Brooklyn Jones, who's also the catcher. She's on her way to the University of Minnesota, but she is, if they're at that major league level, a major league hitter at a high school level.
Riley Leonhardt, 9-2, as we mentioned on the season, a 1.30 earned run average. Here's a drive to left. Houston back. It's overhead. That'll one-hop the fence. Dusterhoff had to hold up a little bit, but she'll pull up at third. And it's a stand-up double for Alexa Dusterhoff. The Dusterhoff sisters getting Anoka off to a good start here in the top of the first.
Okay, a 1-2 punch by the sisters, and the Tornadoes have the bases set. Ducks on the pond, runners at second and third, no one out. And here comes a pretty impressive freshman also this year. Not on the basketball court, but here on the field at softball, Frecky.
Leonhardt, the senior, has been the main pitcher here for Champlin Park. 70 innings pitched. He's given up 31 runs, only 13 earned. And the first pitch on the outside half of the plate, strike one. So you look at that, 13 earned runs with 31 total runs given up. So there have been some defensive lapses behind her here this season.
In fact, there has. In fact, if I'm playing left field right now, I'm playing a few steps back.
One strike pitch. Both of these teams have power, so we could see balls leave the yard here this evening at Champlin Park High School.
And it's going to be much easier because that sun is also in that left fielder's eyes. It's a lot easier to see that ball and come off that and to read the ball off the bat.
It's a 1-1 pitch, hit the other way pretty well, moving towards the gap and making the catch is the right fielder Rosine. Tagging up the run scores, and tagging up the third is Alexa Dusterhoff. Abby comes in to score, sacrifice fly for Frecking, give her an RBI. And Alexa Dusterhoff, good heads-up base running, ends up at third base. It's 1-0 Anoka.
Well, Frecking scalded that one to right field, and playing right field, that ball is going to slice. It is going to knuckle, but in right field, it was a nice play there made for the Rebels to at least get the out. That's the key, the out.
Brooklyn Jones, the batter. And she'll take on the outside corner at the knees. One strike. Mentioned the junior catcher, Division I. Playing and hitting in that number 4 spot here for the Anoka Tornadoes, 8-4 on the season.
That's the respect. She gets an off-speed pitch that has to be in the outside part of the plate.
One strike, another off-speed, that's outside.
Well, she left that one up a little higher than she probably wants, or either trying to get her hands below that ball at impact. But I enjoy watching. Just she can take the ball here. Certainly can Jones anyway with it.
Here's the pitch to her again outside. That's where the catcher, Caitlin Tillman, was set up. And Jones would not chase. Leonhardt trying to get her to chase, and it's 2-1.
She's a disciplined hitter. She doesn't chase. Now she's zoning in on her pitch right now.
2-1 delivery, fouled back, 2-2. The infield here for Champlin Park. Remler's at third. Blaska's the shortstop. Grun at second. Meads is the first baseman. We've mentioned Caitlin Tillman behind the plate. Hewsome, Parent, and Rosine in the outfield, left to right here for the Rebels under their head coach Brian Woodley, who's in his 13th season. 2-2, popped up right side. Looks like it's going to be in play for the first baseman Meads, and she makes the catch in foul territory. Big out there for Leonhardt, and the Rebels stays 1-0. Now a 2 down.
You see the same thing happen at that high school level for hitting. An off-speed pitch just a bit, and they get their hands below the ball. And she missed on that 2-1 pitch. She was sitting on that pitch, ready to tag it. Got underneath it, fouled it straight back, but good patience there by the Champlin Park pitcher to come back off speed.
Pitcher Avery Willette here to step in for Anoka with 2 down. Runner still at third, and a hitter. Second hit batter of the inning for Avery, for Riley Leonhardt, and Avery Willette takes this one. It'll be runners corners now, first and third. That's the 6th and 7th hit by pitch that Riley Leonhardt has had here in the circle for Champlin Park this season. So she came up into the game 7 innings pitched with just 5 batters hit, and now 2 here in the first inning tonight. We'll get a courtesy runner before the pitcher will let over at first base.
It is, so you can tell she's trying to bring it inside.
Haley Thurber will be the runner over at first.
And she keeps trying to bring it inside because you know what? She does not want them to extend those arms on that swing. And that's why she's wanting to keep and ride this in right on their hands.
Here's one of the young freshmen for Anoka, Georgia Francois. Out in left field here tonight, strike one.
Tried to check her swing that time, Jim, and just couldn't right hold back.
No Sunfield here. The sun is out beyond right field for these evening games here at Champlin Park. Off the handle, foul to the right side. It'll be 0-2. This is a busy complex. We have 4 fields in kind of the cloverleaf pattern. There are more fields over to our left, to the east, towards the high school. A lot going on here tonight at Champlin Park High School. 0-2 with 2 down. Off speed low, now 1 ball and 2 strikes.
And I just read before the game and got my notification on the phone. The over-under on Vegas on the QCTV truck being hit is that number's at 7.
It's really close for this broadcast year, no doubt.
Well, not only, but they've got the other side as well.
Right.
They're
yes,
surrounded.
exactly. You got more balls and more fields taking aim at it. And you got to know some of those hitters from those other fields are trying to hit the QCTV truck because they know how prestigious it is.
It's like shaking a red flag at a bowl.
They'll put it in their yearbook as one of their accomplishments in their high school career. 2-2 in tight. And now the count is full. 3-2. Runners are still at first and third. Thurber over at first. Alexa Dusterhoff at third. 1 run in here this inning for Anoka.
Wonder if she's going to try to pull the string here and bring an off speed.
Payoff. Hit the other way, slicing towards the line. That's going to be a fair ball in there for a hit. Alexa Dusterhoff has scored. Heading to third is Thurber. They're going to send her. She'll score. Throw comes all the way through, and it's a big 2-run triple by the freshman Georgia Francois. 3-0 Anoka.
She went with that outside pitch. And I'll tell you, playing in right field with a right-handed hitter, that ball slicing away. There's a lot of movement on it. And on a windy night when that wind is blowing out, I'm more for playing deep and minimizing my steps back.
Bree Tees is the batter, strike 1 called. So Riley Leonhardt was 1 strike from getting out of the jam and having minimal damage, Joe, with just 1 runs in. And then Francois follows with a big 2-run triple with 2 down. 1 strike, swing and a miss, busted her inside, and it's 0-2.
Jim, we had a chance to see Anoka play Andover earlier this year, and Tornadoes really come alive. I mean, they're great 2-strike hitters.
0-2, off the handle, fought off, and stays alive. 0-2, yeah, the Tornadoes scored a lot of runs in their first few games. They scored 15 in each of their first 2 games against Spring Lake Park and Andover, then had 6 against North St. Paul, 8 against North Branch. Also had 13 in a game against Park Center, 10 in their victory over Elk River here recently. 0-2 to Tees. Anoka up 3-0. That one in the air and foul. And it'll stay 0-2 here in the top half of the first inning.
I was just going to say, I'll bet she's coming off speed because she just came hard inside on those hands the last time. She did, and you see the hitter just got her hands below that ball and fouled it back.
Riley Leonhardt, senior right-hander, rocks, fires 0-2. Foul back, it's off the screen.
She just missed that one. Teese that time had a good swing on that and fouled it straight back.
These teams played almost exactly a year ago, May 11th, 2021. It was a 13-8 Champlin Park win in the only meeting between these teams. 0-2 pitch, off speed, popped up right side. Right fielder Rosine took a step back, then she comes in and makes the catch. Anoka, though, here in the top of the first inning on the road, strikes for 3 runs, 2 hits, no errors. And they'll leave a runner on third. 1/2 inning, Anoka 3, Champlin Park coming up.
Well, and here's the key: is the pitcher coming out, you're going to get the feel for the game here, but you want to really just shut them out here that first inning. You hate to give up any ground as they feel like you're shifting that momentum back. And so they've got some pop and power as they go out here. As you get a look at Anoka in the outfield, and starting there at left field is Thurber. Thurber with that big hit. Also at center field, Bree Teese. At right field, it's going to be Schachman. Then at shortstop, you see that freshman Freaking along with Dusteroff. At third base, at second rather, you got Schultz playing, located there. A good fielder in Willette. Getting at it there, and behind the dish tonight also for the squad is going to be Brooklyn Jones. And well, we've spoken enough about her hitting wise, but defensively, she's got a rocket behind there and a quick catch and release when she's throwing it down. But meanwhile, for Brian Woodley's crew hitting, you got Reamer, who is a joy to watch. And this year she has been rocking it with an average of .488, leads the team with 5 home runs and 14 RBIs. And then you get a look at the rest of the lineup. And Gran Blaska is on her way. Her sister's playing at Miami, Ohio. Husum, Meads, Parent, Tillman, Gennard, and Wara.
And again, Reese Remler leading it off, the freshman third baseman. And Champlin Park batting here in the bottom of the first, already down 3-0. A one-hop smoke ball to Frecking. And that was hit hard, but right at Frecking on a hop. Throws to first, 1 out.
You got it. Got that nice big hop. She got her footwork down, did Frecking, squared up, and then made the save. I always say the sign of a true fielder is being able to field those ground balls around your ankles.
Maddie Gruen, 292 hitter for Champlin Park. 1 out, nobody on. And 1 strike here from Avery Willette, junior right-hander for the Anoka Tornadoes. Getting ahead of Gruen here. And the 0-1 pitch. Just missed low. 1 ball, 1 strike. Gruen 7 hits, 24 at bats. No home runs, 4 runs batted in.
Just below 300 on that average. But
1-1.
What I really like is her on-base percentage, which is almost 400. She's been able to draw 4 walks.
Not too shabby towards the top of that lineup.
Got to set the table.
Here comes the 2-1 high. Now 3 balls and 1 strike.
Also, when she gets the first, she's likely to steal. She's got a few stolen bases. So they need to try to get a put out here.
3-1 pitch, low and in, ball 4. 1 out base runner for the Champlin Park Rebels. With the base on balls and the free pass here to Maddie Gruen. Gruen heads to first base, and stepping to the plate, Alyssa Blaska.
Well, certainly it's in the pedigree of the family, with her sister playing at Miami, Ohio.
The Red Hawks.
Yes.
Beautiful campus. I get over there for hockey usually every year with St. Cloud State, and it's in Oxford, Ohio. It's just a beautiful campus and town where the whole town is basically the school.
Home of Wally Zerbiak, too.
Yes, you are right. 1 ball here to Blaska, rolls it to second. They'll try and turn 2. Second for 1, relay not in time, but they do get the lead runner, and Blaska safe on the fielder's choice. Gruen retired, 2 down.
Unusual at bat there for Blaska. She usually has 15 RBIs and an average of 421. Finds a gap someplace out there, but now it'll bring up the number 4 hitter here with 2 outs for Champlin Park.
Emma Hewsome, 366 hitter, 13 runs batted in, popped up, and she caught it. Oh, what a play by Brooklyn Jones. She got it just before it hit the chain link fence. If it hits the fence, it's a foul ball and a dead ball, but she made the catch before it made contact with the fence. What a play by Jones behind the plate. And Champlin Park is out here in the bottom of the first inning. No runs, no hits. They leave 1. We played 1. And it's 3-0 Anoka here on QCTV Sports.
Precise, no margin for error.
Dare to forget that. Dare to have fun with it. Get weird with it. Dare to send those old STEM theories flying past the neighbor's house into outer space. Dare to program something internet-breaking, record-breaking. Dare to blow their minds. Dare to learn the difference between sedimentary and metamorphic rock. Go find those rocks. Dare to keep daring. Dare to STEM. Check out She Can STEM to get started.
Hey guys, it's me, Isabella Gomez, filling in for Smokey Bear because he's got more to say than just...
Only you can prevent wildfires.
Like, if you're outside enjoying a barbecue, don't let a hamburger distract you from fire safety. Make sure you aren't dumping your hot coals or ashes onto the ground because that could start a wildfire. So take wildfire prevention seriously and let's save the world one day at a time.
And it's Anoka in the top of the second inning, enjoying a 3-0 lead here in the early going. Their number 8 hitter, Paige Schultz, who's at second base this evening, takes inside, ball 1.
Curious to see what Leonhardt is going to do here with these 8 and 9 hitters.
There's a strike called, 1-1.
We had talked in between this first inning, Jim had talked about the lack of velo sometimes on all of these pitchers. They're really doing a great job of mixing it up and keeping the hitters off stride.
They did right there. Leonhardt had Schultz way out in front. It's 1-2.
Absolutely. Let's see if she comes back. She almost lets him kind of lunge at the ball and come over the plate, then comes back inside. Right there, good pitch.
Just missed low, 2-2.
There was some low velo.
Schultz leading it off, Flickinger, the number 9 hitter, and then Abby Dusterhoff back at the top of the order. The 3 batters due up here against Riley Leonhardt. 59 strikeouts on the season, 18 walks. Her whip on the season, walks and hits per inning pitched, and .93, less than 1. She's 2-2 here on a line to right field. Coming in is Rosine and catches it. Line out to right, 1 out.
Excellent play, good job, good coverage in right field, and saw it off the bat cleanly, and again, with everything blowing out, just drifted right to the glove there, Rosen. Number 9 hitter now, Jim.
Kenzie Flickinger, the junior designated player, batting the number 9 spot, hitting for Jaden Schockman, who's in right field, and the flex player here this evening. Tried to lay down a bunt, and that'll spin foul, 1 strike.
Got a look, kind of noticed that third base was playing a bit deep. Had a good look at a pitch to bunt, but couldn't keep it between the lines.
Left-handed swinging Kenzie Flickinger. And the 1-strike pitch. Takes it for a ball, 1-1. Flickinger has that run-through swing from the left side of the plate that's become very popular for left-handed hitters in fast-pitch softball. Got slapped the other way. There's a called strike, 1 ball and 2 strikes.
I've learned that swing is not that popular on the tee box in golf. As I've been trying to really control my
it's very Happy Gilmore
run-through swings.
Yes, very Happy Gilmore-like. Here's the 1-2. And it's low, 2-2 with the top of the order and Abby Dusterhoff, who the Tornadoes had that top part of their lineup really come through in the first inning.
Yeah, they got that late double with clearing the bases with 2 outs last time on the first.
2-2 pitch, nobody on. Now 2 down, nobody on. A swing and a miss, Flickinger down.
That time she sat back and kind of gave that little velo fastball with a little riser on it.
First strike out of the game for Leonhardt. That's her 60th of the season. And we go at the top of the order, Abby Dusterhoff. Led off the game, hit by a pitch, eventually scored a run in that 3-run first, and a strike at the belt.
Well, right now, Reinhardt looks like she is really starting to dial it up a bit and getting into a cadence.
Leonhardt again to the pitch that bounces in front of the plate. 1-1.
Hitters get their second look. I was thinking that, hey, maybe this is their second game of the year, so they've had some looks at it, but being the first time they faced each other this year, just a second look here for the leadoff hitter.
1-1. You know, with the expansion of the Northwest Suburban Conference over the years here, you know, Totino Grace came in and Rogers came in. Irondale was in, and they have since left. But with the expansion, they've kind of gone to just the single round robin in a lot of the sports. As that pitch is high, 3-1 now with 2 down and nobody on. Alexa Dusterhoff would bat if Abby can get on.
Hey, at Rogers, I know tonight or this afternoon, there's a huge track meet going on.
3-1 high. Ball 4. First walk given up by Riley Leonard. She hit a couple of batters in the first inning, but 2-out base runner here with Abby Dusterhoff to the first base bag. And here's twin sister Alexa, who doubled in that first inning.
Abby was very active at that at bat. She was scooting, moving. Sometimes that can be a distraction to the pitcher, but she's trying to get some different looks at each pitch. Last time up there by Rhino.
First pitch swinging here, as Alexa was also in that first at bat, fouled it back. That double came on the first pitch she saw, and she laced it over the head of the left fielder, Hewsom. One hop the fence.
Yep, she's got a quick load.
1 strike, and out in front on that one, Leonard, as we like to say, pulled the string, and Dusterhoff way out front. It's 0-2.
That's the result of that quick load. She tries to get it going, and that swing momentum, igniting it early, and that time way out in front.
0-2, up and away. 1-2.
You see these good hitters right at the top 5, top 6 of the order. Good time for another changeup here.
Line, another nice hit right down the line. That is going to be cut off by Hewsom before it gets to the warning track. And it'll be another double. That's 2 at bats and 2 doubles here for Alexa Dusterhoff. Boy, I tell you what, that rain that we had here over the weekend it's thickened the grass. That ball probably makes it to the fence.
Yeah, it is.
If the grass isn't as thick as it is here since all the rain that we've had here the last couple of weeks.
True.
Dusterhoff is at second, Alexa and Abby Dusterhoff at third.
Dusterhoff dynamic duel, doing some damage here this afternoon. A chance for another 2-out rally here for Anoka.
Runners at second and third, and it's Maddie Frecking. Sacrifice fly and an RBI in the first inning. Takes a look at a pitch on the outside half. 1 strike.
I enjoy this view and watching how quick that load is for the hitters. Just how they need to get that bat through.
Maddie takes the pitch off the glove of Tillman. It's a ball, 1-1.
The whole saying is getting that bottom hand to that ball.
Three 0 Anoka, looking for runs 4, maybe 5 here of the game with second and third and 2 down. Inside 2-1, looking for a clutch hit here. Brooklyn Jones would bat if Frecking can get on.
Looking to see if Frecking was going to try to lean over the plate to get something maybe to right field. That time she held back and came inside.
2-1, outside, 3-1.
It's been an impressive year here for Leonhardt with that 9-2 record. Innings pitched 70. See her strikeout to walk ratio.
Foul back, 3-2 now.
Her stake, well, at least coming into this game, she had struck out 59 hitters and surrendered just 18 walks.
Here comes the payoff with runners at second and third for Anoka. Top of the second. On the ground towards second and through the hole. Base hit, 2 will score. Abby Dusterhoff has scored. Here comes Alexa Dusterhoff. 5-0 Anoka with a clutch 2-out base hit again here for the Tornadoes, this time Maddie Frecking.
Frecking did a great job of holding her hands back, not getting too far out. And hit a hard ground ball that just got beyond second base. Another 2-out production hit for 2 runs and for Anoka. Again, they get the business done with these 2 outs or 2 strikes. They're not swinging to survive. They're swinging to succeed, and they've jumped out 5-0 here with still just 2 outs here in the second, top half.
Their aggressive bats coming through here early on. Here's the cleanup hitter, Brooklyn Jones, and a high fly to left field. Back to the fence, and that's gone. Brooklyn Jones up into the jet stream to deep left center field to just the right of the scoreboard. A 2-run shot, 7-0 Tornadoes.
Yeah, that was a moonshot. And just as she pitched, not much wind on that one. That was pure Jones. Oh, again, they're keeping their hands back. They're not diving at those pitches, and this time kept the hands back. Went to that top half of the ball on the swing, and she squared up on that and sent it in between the flag and the scoreboard. And again, this damage with 2 outs.
Yeah, they scored
4 runs this inning.
2 runs with 2 outs in the first, and now 4 runs this inning with 2 outs, 2 out base hits. Getting the job done for the Anoka Tornadoes with the batter, the pitcher, Avery Willette. Base is now empty. 2 outs. This is in the air, shallow center, and it's going to drop. Loop base hit. Parent comes in but can't get to it. Willette's on with a base hit. Second time she's been on base here today.
They're getting their second look, trying to see if they can pick up some sort of tendency from Leonhardt. Again, it's not within her portfolio here to give up 7 runs in any game.
No, just a 1.30 ERA coming in. 13 earned runs all season long. And already here's 7 in this one. Batter is Francois. 8th Tornado to step to the plate here in the second inning, and she fouls it back. She's the one who had the big 2-out base hit in the first. The 2-run, 2-out triple.
Leonhardt has just given up that 1 home run now, this one today, so 2 home runs on the season. And in 72 innings of pitching.
1 ball and 1 strike.
Coming into this game, she had faced 270 batters. Those are impressive numbers.
Off the handle, right side, flared it foul.
And what I'm
it's
saying,
1 ball and 2 strikes.
Sorry about that, Jim. And I'm saying those are impressive numbers, but what's more impressive is the hitting that Anoka is putting on a showcase here today. And really, a lot of production with 2 outs.
7 runs on 6 hits here in the first 2 innings for Anoka. 1-2, up and in. 2-2.
Wind picks back up.
Francois is one of 2 freshmen in the lineup here tonight for Anoka. Maddie Frecking the other. There's a called strike 3, and that'll end the inning as Francois goes down looking, but not before the Tornadoes collect 4 more here in the top half of the second inning. 4 runs, 4 hits, and they'll leave 1 on. 1.5, bottom of the second coming up. Tornadoes 7, Rebels nothing.
Well, we'll get a look here too and see how the Rebels really go after this at bat. See if they're a little bit more patient, look for a better pitch that they like, maybe try to set that table. But they're going to need to use some damage and get some runners on.
Here we are at Champlin Park High School tonight. You know, I've never looked up. Is Champlin Park High School, is that in Champlin or is it in Brooklyn Park? Where's the line? It is Brooklyn Park. Thank you. We're getting confirmation.
See,
that
that's
was
what you
my
needed.
Speculation.
That was your need to know.
That's my need to know.
Thank
I don't
you.
have a clever graphic like you do, but
So-
we might come up with one somewhere.
Yeah, or a tattoo or something along that way.
I don't do tattoos.
But I will say, yeah, you know what? I didn't know that, and Taylor was like hopped right on that in our headset. That's what I would need if I was ever going to play Jeopardy. Somebody just like that in my head.
Well, I think what happens is they, for the QCTV production truck, I believe it drives itself, so they have to punch the address into the GPS, so he knew that the address was Brooklyn Park.
See that?
Yeah. Pitches high here to Abby Meads for Champlin Park. Meads, Parent, and Tillman. As Champlin Park finds themselves, you got to just forget about the scoreboard down 7-0 here.
You
Still
do.
a lot of softball to be played in the bottom of the second inning.
He's a .353 hitter.
Change up outside 2-0.
He has Meads. Total bases of 19 and 7 RBIs this season.
12 hits and 34 at bats. Head in the count here, 2-0. Willette to the pitcher-catcher connection. Jones takes it low here. The catcher traps it. Meads now 3 balls and no strikes, the count to her.
Yeah, she wasn't interested in any of those previous 3 pitches. Didn't even nudge.
The Willette 3-0. Hits it well to right center field. That's a gapper. Cut off before it got to the fence by Schachman. And it's a hard hit single for Abby Meads. First hit of the game for Champlin Park, and their leadoff runners on.
Well, it appears that the advice from the coaches was, as we talked about, go a little deeper in the account. See some more pitches. I know when you see pitches, you want to pounce on that first one down the middle, but the more pitches you can see, the more you can read the release coming off and some of those tendencies.
Batter's Ava Parent out in center field here tonight. Takes strike 1. Parent 474 impressive batting average. A homer, 9 runs batted in, 18 hits in her 38 at-bats. Willette leans back, delivers 1 strike. Took something off.
Well, that
1-1.
That speaks to the volume of these hitters for Champlin Park when you have, you know, a hitter down in the lineup. Not that she's way down, but, you know, 6-7 and still has a total of 9 RBIs. And her on-base percentage is .545. So she'll do her share of walks, look at those pitches, make sure she's getting what she wants.
3 balls and 1 strike, nobody out. Rebels trying to go a little deeper in the count here against Avery Willette. And they take outside, full count now. Willette hits that black part of the plate away from Parent, 3-2. Kaylin Tillman on deck, the Rebel catcher.
See if she comes inside, force the ground ball.
Oh. Came back with the high changeup. Trying to wait on it was Parent, and she did just enough to get a piece of it and stay alive. It'll stay 3-2.
Oh, she did. She just missed it. She was on that ball. On that pitch, saw it all the way, just under it.
Another payoff. Here it comes from Willette. Off the handle, fought off. Looper right side in there for a hit. Meads had to hold up. She'll stop at second. And Parent in with a hit. Back-to-back hits. Here come the Rebels back, first and second. Nobody out.
Hey, it was a little flare to right field, but you'll take it because you need the base runners. And when you get those hits coming from the bottom of the lineup, that is huge because you're going to flip the lineup in the next at bat or two. See if they look for a bunt here.
Kaylin Tillman is the batter, the catcher, low and away, 1-0. Tillman, a 167 hitter, 3 hits and 18 at bats. Trying to pick up her first run batted into the season. Has a chance here, a base hit to the outfield. Could score Meads from second. Goes for the high pitch and pops it up. Shallow left field. Francois coming in. Oh, and it's off her glove. She'll have a play at third, but the throw is wild. And rounding third is the lead runner, Meads, and then she hustles back and is just safe. And the bases are going to be loaded. It'll be E7, allowing Tillman to gain. Everybody is safe. And the bases are loaded, nobody out for Champlin Park.
I hate to say it, but that could almost be 2 errors on Francois in left field. After that ball popped out of her glove.
Yeah, I don't know if you can assume the force out at third, maybe.
But, and then you could see she dropped her elbow. Usually when you're making that throw, that elbow is as high as that shoulder. When she did, that ball floated. Even though it was a short throw to 3, she tried to rush everything.
I would have done the same thing. In that situation, it's tough when you make that one mistake in the field and then you know you got to rush. You're going to try, and I can still get the runner at third. And when you rush, that's then when you cause and creates mistakes.
She was about a foot away from that ball going into the Rebels dugout.
So now the base is loaded. Riley Leonhardt bats. Ball 1. Leonhardt 192 average here. She's the pitcher for the Rebels.
Chance here to avenge that second inning she had.
Chance for the Rebels here to make a big dent in this 7-0 Anoka lead. And she swings at a pitch in the dirt. 1-1.
Boy, she just kind of pushed that one to the plate. Took everything off, took the air out of that ball, kept it just lower than the A's.
And she swings and bloops it. Nice catch by the shortstop, Frecking. Everybody stays put.
That was some coverage at shortstop. Wow. And
she almost caught that with her bare hand.
She did. It was not only just a traditional backhand. She did the basket catch. And you said you're right, because she had probably at least half of that ball in her bare hand and the other half covered by the glove. But she had the dart back. What quickness by the shortstop for Anoka.
Willette now faces Natalie Warwa, and she first pitch swings. The pitch is good. Ball's going to have some spin on it. They'll come home and get the out there. Smart play by the first baseman, Alexa Dusterhoff. If she got the ball, she knew exactly where she was going to go. They get the lead runner, now 2 down. And still nobody yet across here for Champlin Park.
Well, let's see if the Rebels can produce some 2-out runs here, as we've seen from Anoka. 6 of their 7 runs, I believe, have come with 2 outs here in the first 2 innings.
Warwa safe on the fielder's choice. Bases loaded now, top of the order for their top hitter, Reese Remler, who hits .488 entering tonight, and just who you want at the plate here in this situation for Champlin Park. She looks at ball 1.
Yep. .488 hitter, 5 home runs, 14 RBIs.
Just a freshman. And she'll take the one. Oh, quick snap throw, and that got away from the first baseman, Dusterhoff. And they'll move up on the left side of the infield. It's a run across for Champlin Park. It'll be an error, and it's 7-1.
Yep, that's a rare error that comes from Jones as the catcher. Tried to get it out there extremely quick, had that runner, but it was a short hop. It came a couple of feet short of first. First base couldn't block it to prevent it from getting by our first run.
Runners the corners with 2 down. 2-0, fouled straight back. 2-1 to Remler. Remler grounded to short in the first inning, 0 for 1 here tonight.
She has got a great swing. Does Remler. I mean, just a freshman. She's got 4 doubles, 5, as I mentioned, 5 home runs on the year.
Rebels would love to get at least one more across here. They've made it 7-1. Willette to the plate high, 3-1.
She can take some walks as well. 7 walks, and when she does get on the base path, look out, she leads the team with 6 stolen bases. Does Remler.
And that misses ball 4. That'll load him up again. Remler takes the free pass. Warwood is second. Tillman is the runner at third here for the Rebels, so they're loaded again.
I'm guessing she was thinking, you know what, Willette anyway, this is the spot I'm going to hit. If she doesn't swing, fine, but that's the spot I want to hit. I'd rather walk her.
Maddie Grun bats here for the Rebels.
And
strike 1.
Grun, a .292 hitter, but not that she certainly doesn't respect the hitting capabilities of Grun, but when you've got a hitter almost 500 on a season, pick your spot. If not, we'll get to the next one.
Sharply down the line, off the glove of Dusterhoff at third. She tags the bag, but it's not in time. Everybody is safe, and another run in, 7-2.
Was close. And if they could get review, you may depend on what you see here from the QCTV crew. She can't quite come up with a clean, keeps it in front of her, then gets it down. Nope, but the runner is definitely safe in there by about a half a step.
That'll be an infield hit.
Chance
and
now.
Runners and base are loaded again. For Blaska, popped up and back and off the screen, 1 strike.
Willette doing a great job of keeping the Rebels really off their timing of their swing, especially with that first pitch changeup. And Blaska would love to blast this.
Reaching a fielder's choice back in the first inning. Looks at a ball here. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs, 2 runs in on 3 hits here for Champlin Park in the bottom of the second.
Swings a left-handed bat just like her sister. 15 RBI, leads the team.
High. 2-1.
Yeah, that .421 average, and I'll tell you, she looks, and she's also got 10 walks this season, so she doesn't like she's a very disciplined at bat. Oh my.
Bases loaded, what a change up there. Blaska frozen. Good delivery by Willette, 2-2.
That one was probably her slowest pitch of the game. And it had to be tough to kind of hold back from Blaska on that. Nice pitch. Good location.
2-2 from Willette. On the ground, pass short and into left field. That'll score one. Rounding third is Remler. She'll score, beat the tag, and then a throw to third is in time. So 2 runs will come in. All these runs are unearned. Warwa scores, Remler scores, and DeGroon is out trying to advance to third for the third out of the inning on a 2-5 play. But a key inning here for Champlin Park as they come up with 4 runs in this inning on 3 hits, 2 errors, and they leave 1 on. 2 innings, and Champlin Park right back in it. Tornadoes 7, Rebels 4.
Being prepared is a part of who you are, but it's especially important in the case of a disaster. Be informed about possible emergencies in your area. Make a plan that covers where you go in an emergency. Build a kit with the things you need to survive. There's no one more capable of planning for your situation than you. Start your plan today. Go to ready.gov/myplan.
Did you get a call or message that mentioned Social Security that made you feel threatened or scared? That is not the Social Security Administration. Social Security will not threaten you, press you for personal information, or demand instant payment. Social Security does not accept payments by gift card, prepaid debit card, internet currency, or by mailing cash. Criminals use these forms.
Top of the third inning, Anoka 7, Champlin Park 4, and first pitch swinging here is Bree Tees. And she lines it foul down the right field line, 1 strike.
Hey, she teased that one up and hit it hard, just a bit behind, and sliced it just down the right field line.
Champlin Park follows up Anoka's 4-run top of the second with a 4-run bottom of the second for them.
But look how this inning ended. Look at Jones here. She doesn't give up from her knees, throws a dime, a dart, to get the runner trying to advance from second to third.
0-2 pitch, line the other way into right field, and Bree Tees has a base hit. That's hit number 7 here for Anoka. They have their hitting shoes on, and they've got the leadoff batter on here in the third inning to lead it off.
Tees just missed that pitch, that same pitch at her first swing here in the third inning rather, but was able to get that swing back in the same pitch and jump on it.
Paige Schultz, line to right, lays down a bunt. Pretty good one. They'll get the sacrifice. Tees down to second. Schultz with the sacrifice, 1 out.
That was a nice play at third. Hey, these are tough plays, and that's why I'm saying that this infield for the Rebels, very strong, and she was able to make the charge, made a running throw in time to get a speedy runner. Great job in that field.
Leonhard with the runner at second. Batter is Kenzie Flickinger, the junior designated player, strikeout victim in the second inning, 0 for 1 here tonight.
But hey, I enjoy watching that throw from Jones. She's such a complete catch.
1-ball pitch up in the air, caught by Remler, and that'll be her only play. Now 2 out.
Didn't quite get what she wanted. And when you're running the swing, sometimes you don't get your feet down, so you cannot really get some power behind that swing, and that was kind of a mini flare, but still able to make that play was Remler.
Top of the order for the Tornadoes, Abby Dusterhoff, who's been on twice, hit by a pitch and walked. And Leonhard starts her here with a strike 1.
Well, and let's make a note here. 2 outs, right? That's when the scoring starts. We just saw Champlin Park put up 4 runs with 2 outs, and Anoka, I believe, has scored 6 of their 7 runs with 2 outs.
Yeah, 6 of their 7 have come with 2 outs. Tees is the runner over at second base. 1-1 pitch up high here to Dusterhoff. If Abby can get on, Alexa would bat next.
Yeah, she was hit in that first at bat and drew a walk the second time. She's a lot of movement in that box for Abby Dusterhoff.
2-1-2, or a strike right down the heart, 2-2.
Dead red that time. See if she'll locate this low and outside.
2-2, and she tries the outside corner. Missed. 3-2.
Dangerous because you really want to get this hitter.
Full count up high, ball 4. So Dusterhoff is on again with a free pass. Hit pitch and now hit by pitch and now 2 walks.
1,000 on that on base percentage for the afternoon, but disciplined, just very disciplined.
That's what you ask of your leadoff hitter.
Absolutely, Jim, absolutely.
Alexa Dusterhoff, 2 doubles, 2 runs scored, and hit her. That's the 3rd hit by pitch here tonight for Riley Leonhardt. And that will load up the bases here for Anoka. So they're threatening again. They haven't scored yet here in the 3rd, but they're threatening now. The base is full. And the middle of their order coming up, starting with Maddie Frecking.
Second base coming up to talk to a pitcher. Stretching out the knee is Alexa Dusterhoff.
That's where she got hit.
Looks like they're set. And I'll tell you, Frecking has hit the ball well. Last time up, she pushed a single to right field for a couple of RBIs.
Frecking has 3 runs batted in here tonight. Sacrifice fly back in the 1st for an RBI, and then that 2-run single, 2-run, 2-out single in the 2nd inning. And she takes here ball 1.
This is kind of a pick your poison right now if you are Leonhardt.
1-0. Try to come with the heat, it's outside.
Yeah, you can either try to pitch to Frecking, who's an excellent hitter, or wait until the University of Minnesota Gophers former catcher comes to hit in Brooklyn Jones.
2-0. That's a strike. 2-1.
And you know she's thinking here, okay, with Frecking, I want to, it's my pitch yet. I'll square up on only my pitch because I certainly, if I can get a walk, that's better. I'd like to set the table for Jones.
Anoka batting in the top of the 3rd, and that's a bit high. 3-1 to Frecking with Jones on deck. And nowhere to put Frecking with the bases full of tornadoes.
Boy, you just really don't see the Tornadoes swing at bad pitches. Very disciplined.
3-1 pitch on the inside corner. No, I thought he was going to ring her up. It's ball 4.
And that's another RBI for Frecking.
Home plate umpire put his hand out there like he was going to do the punch out, his sign, but Frecking.
I thought that was the same thing.
So that is an RBI for Frecking with the bases loaded walk. That's her 4th run batted into the game, and we're just in the 3rd inning as Tees comes in to score. Anoka gets one of those runs back. It's 8-4. Bases stay loaded here for Brooklyn Jones, who hit the 2-run homer back in the 2nd inning. And here comes Coach Brian Woodley out to talk to his infield and his pitcher, Riley Leonhardt.
Hey, they did such a great job, the Rebels, of cutting into that deficit, you know, at the end of the 2nd. But now with 2 outs, you're seeing that scenario again. Anoka producing. You know, they only had a runner on 2nd, 2 outs. Worked some walk, got a hit batsman, and then another walk here. So I think that's a great move for Coach Woodley here because she's got to be tired at least a bit. Just, hey, let's calm this down. This isn't just another hitter. So let's make sure we're hitting those spots. And let's focus here, both as fielders and a pitcher. A home run her last time up for Jones.
Anoka has the 8 runs on 7 hits. Just 1 hit this inning. 2 walks, a hit batter, and a sacrifice. And they've added their lead. Brooklyn Jones gets a good swing on that one, timed it well, fouled it straight back out of play.
She has just got quick hands and just missed a grand slam there. That ball went directly straight back from her at bat. Missed it by maybe a centimeter or 2.
1 strike to Jones from Leonhardt. Again, swinging for the downs and fouls it back off the screen. 0-2.
Let's see if she walks the ladder even more. Jim here on this pitch. You hate to get a wild pitch, but gosh, you do not want that thing thigh high or hip high with Jones. She'll tag it again.
And the 0-2. High 1-2.
Try to see if she could get her to chase. I'd probably look at that again, that same pitch. Bring some velo, bring it up high, walk the ladder, see if you can get her to chase one. It's not likely, but it's better than leaving a changeup over the plate.
1-2 pitch, bounced in front of the plate. Tillman knocks it down. Bases are loaded, so nobody can advance, and it's 2-2 to Brooklyn Jones with 2 outs, a run in. The base is loaded here for Anoka, trying to expand their lead. They were up 7-0. Now it's 8-4.
You could tell she was trying to make the perfect pitch against Jones on that changeup last time and skipped it across the plate.
2-2 pitch.
Oh,
high
God,
in the
gone.
air to left field. That's way gone. That is a grand slam on the top of the batter's cage for Brooklyn Jones, her second home run of the game. And 4 more runs here for Anoka, and it's 12-4.
Oh my God, did she get her hands out on that pitch? What quick hands, and it just exploded. It was letter high. Just enjoy watching the swing. Ugh. It's so quick, it's just such an efficient swing. And those hands, boom, they always say that bat should, if you had a marker across, you know, on that bat handle, it should make a straight line across where you make the impact. She did that, got her hands inside the ball and put it on top of the batting cage in left field. Her second home run of the game, 5 RBIs, and now 5 runs have been scored with 2 outs again by Anoka.
That is exactly what Riley Leonhardt and Champlin Park didn't want to have happen. They knew it could. They knew there was a potential because of Brooklyn Jones. With Avery Willett batting, 2 down and nobody on. 1 ball and 1 strike. Jones now with a 2-run homer and a grand slam. 6 runs batted in here tonight. 1 ball and 1 strike for Willett. Low, 2-1. Willett, the 8th tornado to step to the plate in the 3rd inning.
I mean, Anoka's not doing this against a 3rd string, 4th string pitcher. They're doing it against somebody who came into the game in Leonhardt with a record of 9-2, 70 innings pitched, an ERA of 1.30, and had only given up 1 home run versus 270 batters.
3-1 pitch, sharply hit, and it's past Blaskett, short into left. And the inning continues for Anoka, 3rd hit of the inning.
Looks like she had a tough time getting a read upon contact there, but Alaska, a pretty solid shortstop. Couldn't get to that one. So it continues here with 2 outs for the Tornadoes.
Thurber runs at first base. Willett now with 2 hits, 2 for 2. Now the freshman, Georgia Francois, 2-run triple back in the first. She's 1 for 2. First pitch swinging here, and that one will land and stay foul. 1 strike to Francois.
Nice hit her first time up. Got her bat head out. Punched in a couple of runs. And let's see what Leonhardt can do to get out of this inning.
1 strike pitch. Swiped foul to the right side. And it's 0-2.
Hey. Coach Tony there over at third base has done a great job of bringing these hitters along. And this is such a young lineup also, Jim.
0-2. Just missed. Just a bit outside, maybe a bit low as well. It's 1 ball and 2 strikes to Francois. If she gets on, Teese is on deck. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 down.
Oh,
just a bit low. 2-2.
It's a tough one to watch, but she comes in so quickly on that inside part. She jams those hitters. They can't get it around.
Swing and a miss, struck her out. Francois down swinging here. Anoka sends 9 to the plate here in the top of the 3rd. 5 runs, 3 hits, no errors, and they leave 1 on as we head to the bottom of the 3rd. And Anoka has those runs back, +1. It's 12-4.
It has been, and hey, just when they take a little deep breath, the Rebels. Runner on second, 2 outs for Anoka. Anoka puts together 5 runs. with 2 outs. And there's a look at the weather. It's adequate today.
79
adequate.
degrees, game time temperature.
And the wind, look at that wind, 9.2. That's like my body mass. 9.2 miles per, and you're laughing.
Well, I've never been 9.2, so I have 9.2 in my calf.
Hey-oh, that was a great one. But it is, what a beautiful evening. The lights have just come on here as well. And it's just fabulous. Look at this Grand Slam. Look at the hands inside the ball.
I think she knew it.
I mean, she got up on her 0-2. Did Leonhardt at that at bat. Tried to get her to walk the ladder and tried to get her to chase some fastballs up high, but made the mistake of bringing another pitch just below the letters, and she got her hands to the ball. Good path to the ball, and her second home run of the game.
Emma Hewsome here to lead it off for Champlin Park, bottom of the third, 1 strike. You got to love these LED lights now that we have these days with no more fluorescence or incandescence or any of that. Those LED lights come on right away, and they are bright right away. Lights are on here at the Champlin Park High School softball field. Pop up infield, frecking the shortstop, 1 out.
Well, a chance here. Now this lineup needs to come through and get some mojo going for the Rebels. They're going to see it here. And
Abby Meads is the batter. Ava Parent will follow. 1 out, nobody on. Meads singled back in the second inning. One of the 4 hits last inning for Champlin Park, but for them that probably seems like a day ago. It's a 1 strike here to Meads, the .353 hitter.
Yeah, Meads got up 3-0 on the last at bat. Didn't like any of those previous pitches and got the one she liked next time up and drilled it up the middle.
1 strike to Meads, takes high, 1-1.
So Meads, as we said, came in a .353 hitter, on base percentage of .405. 1 for 1 today.
1 ball, 1 strike. And the pitch by Willette hit pretty well to left field. This one's going to be off the fence on the fly. Meads rounding first, heading to second. Stand up double for Champlin Park. Their first extra base hit in the game tonight, and a 1-out base runner.
Yeah, she got a home run in that last outing versus Elk River, and this one just missed the home run. I think it hit that yellow tubing on the very top. But the swing so smooth, not a lot of effort. Just caught it square. Just missed. Wow.
So Meads is on at second base. Her second hit of the game. She's 2 for 2. And Ava Parent. Parent singled back in the second inning and swings and misses 1 strike.
Trying to bring a little high cheese that time. Yep, a ball there. Then trying to see if he could get her to chase some high cheese, get the hands underneath it, maybe pop it up.
1-0 pitch. That one's fouled back. Now 1-1.
Goes with a little slower pitch that time, and she pounced on that. But again, the slower the pitch, it's tough to keep those hands up and not drop them.
High, 2-1. Champlin Park at the plate. After tonight, they play at Coon Rapids. In fact, they have 4 straight road games beginning on Thursday at Coon Rapids. 2 balls and 1 strike. This is up and away, 3-1.
Coach Woodley getting back with those hitters to say, hey, let's see some pitches. We don't have to pounce on that first. That got him some success in that second inning and produced 4 runs.
3-1 pitch off the handle towards second. Easy catch by Schultz. 2 outs. Runner Meads at second stays there. 2 outs for Caitlin Tillman, who will step up for the Rebels. Tillman reached on an error back in the second inning. All 4 runs scored by Champlin Park in that second inning. They all came with 2 outs. They were all unearned, not charged to Avery Willette. Willette facing Tillman, up high, 1-0.
Outfield pretty much straight away against Tillman.
Here comes a 1-0. Missed it outside. 2 balls and no strikes.
You can see Jones trying to square that up on the outside part of the plate. Just don't see anything get by her. Jones, the catcher for Anoka.
That's on the inside corner at the knees, 2-1.
I'll tell you, how she gets that ball so quick is what you like. Hey, let me trust as a former pitcher. And when that ball's getting by your catcher, it's throwing off cadence. Oh, beautiful
Change
pitch.
up, and she takes a 2-2.
That baby looked like a helium balloon that she just kind of pulled back
Sure
on.
did. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, runner at second.
Look at that pitch. Whoa.
Willette and her team having a 12-4 lead. 2-2 pitch is high, filling the count. Riley Leonhardt on deck if Tillman can extend the inning here.
If I had to pitch, fast pitch, I can tell you this, I could only throw 1 speed. How they can bring that thing down to that low a velo.
3-2. Bouncer on the left side. Frecking will go the short way. Did she get the out? No. Third baseman Dusterhoft, I don't think, was on the bag, then had to try and tag the runner. So that will allow Tillman to gain on the fielder's choice. And of course they had to tag because it wasn't a force.
Right, and Frecking really only had the 1 play right here.
Yeah, I don't think she would have been able to make the play and the plan to throw to first. That was probably her only play.
That was really close.
Trying to get the
you get
lead
a look
runner
from the camera crew there.
And again, it was with just the runner at second. There was no force.
And Frecking has some range at shortstop. So we saw her make almost a barehanded catch when she was playing in at short. Was that the 2nd inning or the 1st inning? She went out and made a nice play with that. And that ball, she went deep into the hole. Otherwise, it would have rolled to left field and a run scored for the Rebels. But Frecking hung with it.
Runners at the corners. I think the Tornadoes dugout thought that wasn't out, thought that they had tagged her. So there was a discussion between head coach Jasnowski and the infield umpire. But call stands, 1st and 3rd now. Runners at the corners. Pitcher Riley Leonhardt popped out to short in the 2nd inning and swings at the first offering from Willette. Couldn't catch up to it, 1 strike.
Good pitch that time. Willette just reared back, dead red, came after her.
0-1. Champlin Park trying to chip away here. 12-4 Anoka. Ball 1, 1 ball, 1 strike.
And you're thinking right here, we have got, this is the hitter we have to get at right now.
Popped up. Chance for the catcher and a nice catch. We've seen Brooklyn Jones already make a nice catch moving backwards against the backstop. She makes one here moving forwards into fair territory, and that retires Leonhardt. That retires the Rebels in the bottom of the 3rd inning. No runs, 1 hit, and they leave 1 on. We move to the 4th. We played 3. 12-4 Anoka here on QCTV Sports.
Jason, let's go see your room.
How is it? Is it good?
The Anoka Tornadoes here in the 4th inning. They've scored 3 in the 1st, 4 in the 2nd, and 5 in the 3rd. They have increased their run output 1 in each of the first 3 innings after starting the game with 3 in the 1st. They batted around all 9 I don't know, there's some controversy whether battered around means all 9 or you actually got to the 10th hitter in the inning. I know that's controversial among some of the Twins followers. 1 ball and 1 strike here in Bree Tice. Tees, and I actually do think that batting around, I think that does mean that 10th batter does come up.
I think you're right.
I think that's what you don't bat around until that 10th, that same batter that led off the inning or that same position in the lineup, until that batter steps to the plate and is an official at bat, it's not batting around.
Yeah, because then you flip the lineup.
Exactly.
After that 10th, so
1 ball and 2 strikes. It's Tees, Schultz, and Flickinger for the Anoka Tornadoes, enjoying a nice 12-4 lead. Ball is outside, 2-2.
Tees has had a good evening at the plate for this Anoka squad.
2-2 to Tees, fly to right, single and a run scored. Pops this one up to the right side, shallow right field. Gruen's the second baseman, faces up to the infield and makes the catch on the outfield grass, 1 out.
I think Tees was the runner at second with 2 outs that last inning who scored for Anoka to start that 5 runs again.
Yes.
They produced with 2 outs, right? And I think Anoka's just saying, you know what, let's just get these first 2 outs done and then let's get at it. Not, I'm sure, but
hey, whatever works. Paige Schultz 0 for 1 today, a line to right and then ground ball sacrifice with a bunt.
hey, a need to know by Joe for you tonight is 16 runs have been scored by both teams combined right now to here.
Foul
As
back.
we go to 15 have come with 2 outs. 15 of the runs have been produced with 2 outs, and that
That's
to me is
impressive.
amazing. And the focus and just that last inning for Anoka, 2 outs, runner on second. They come up with 5. Granted, it helps that you get your number 4 hitter Jones to square off on a grand slam, but nonetheless they kept it alive. Some walks, hit batters.
2 balls and 1 strike, fouled back. Schultz just got a piece of it, and it evens the count, 2 balls and 2 strikes.
And I say that for a reason because as a coach, you always try to find what's the way that we can get some momentum. What's an early win? Let's just try to get in and out. We haven't had a Wisconsin inning yet. 3 up, 3 down.
2-2, swing and a miss. Schultz down swinging, 2 up, 2 down. 3rd strikeout for Leonhardt here tonight. And the number 9 hitter, Kenzie Flickinger, bats for the Anoka Tornadoes. Strikeout and a pop out to 3rd, 0 for 2 tonight.
Good pitch, good location, just overpowered her that time.
Flickinger's the designated player hitting for Jaden Schockman, the sophomore who's out in right field tonight for the Tornadoes. Pitch is low, ball 1.
Rebels want to get this out and get back to the bench, start chipping away at this 8-run deficit. They got to find a way to ignite the bats.
1-0. Hit the other way, slapped foul. 1 ball and 1 strike. We're in the top of the 4th inning. And Champlin Park here, I mean, the main goal for them in this inning is just keep Anoka off the scoreboard for the first time in an inning tonight.
Correct. Correct.
And they're 1 out away from doing so. 2 down, nobody on. Flickinger, 1 ball, 1 strike. Hit the other way, right at the first baseman, Meads. And she'll make the play herself, and it's an easy 1-2-3 inning. Riley Leonhardt retiring the Tornadoes 1-2-3, bottom 3rd of the order, goes in order. Here in the top of the 4th inning, we move to the bottom of the 4th. We played 3.5. Tornadoes 12, Rebels 4.
We need a sponsor for that get in, get out Wisconsin inning. 3 up, 3 down. They got in, they got out. But that's exactly what they needed.
Well, it's
they get a chance to hit.
Let's get the Wisconsin Board of Tourism.
There you go.
On that. I don't know. They might not like that as their slogan, though. And I don't know if any state or any city, they got their tourism board, their visitors bureau. I don't know if they're going to want a slogan that says, "Hey, come to our get in and get out."
That's
come to our. They want you to stay there and spend money, Joe. I believe is the main crux there. And
I was thinking cheese, but typically you don't get any
right.
cheese. But anyway, we're taking it to a different level. But I'm telling you,
took it to a different level.
It is set here. Let's see what the setup here is for the Rebels as they need to get runners on base, extend those at bats, extend the pitches.
Bottom of the fourth inning, it'll be their number 9 hitter, Warwa, and then top of the order, Remler and Grun. 12-4 score. So positive for the Rebels, keeping Anoka off the board for the first time in an inning tonight in the top half of the fourth. Now the bottom half of the inning. Warwa reaching a fielder's choice, scored a run the second inning. And Willett enjoying that lead. Here's a high fly ball to left field. Medium deep. Francois waiting. 1 out.
Francois secures that pop fly. Last time she had one out there, I think she squeezed it out of that pocket. Set up some scoring opportunities eventually there for the Rebels.
Leadoff hitter is Reese Remler. Base on balls, grounded to short. 0 for 1 in the ball game tonight.
She has some great softball ahead of her. She's had tremendous softball behind her, but she's just a freshman.
Yeah.
And had 34 at-bats coming into this game. She's, just had an outstanding season. Hitting .488, leads the team in home runs, leads the team in stolen bases.
1-0 pitch from Willett, out in front and foul.
Tied for the team lead in RBIs with Blaska, both at 15. Again, the Rebels came in, Jim, hitting .322 as a team. And their opponents, they've been able to hold their opponents to just a .219 average.
1 ball, 1 strike to Remler. Hit high in the air to left. Francois back, and in front of the fence makes the catch. Remler with 5 home runs this season. Just got under that one a bit. 2 down.
She just missed that one. Had a good swing to it, but just missed it. And I was kind of hoping Francois wouldn't look back, because typically when you look back and you have to try to find that ball again, it's tough to do, but she still had some room out there.
2 up, 2 down, and Maddie Gruen, the batter here. Last chance for the Rebels to extend the inning here. 1 strike, the count to Gruen, who has a walk and a hit. 1 strike. Hit towards short and up over the head of Frecking and into left center field. 2 out base hit, second into the game for Gruen. 6th hit of the game for Champlin Park and a 2 out base runner.
Hey, she pokes that one, hits it where they are not, and now that puts her average right around 300, her batting average on the season for Gruen. So 2 has been the magic number for both of these teams. So now let's see what Blaska can do with 2 outs and the Rebels down by 8.
2-run single her last at bat, knocking in 2 back in the second inning. Takes up and in here 1-0.
Gruen has 3 stolen bases, but I'm not sure you want to run on the gun of Jones.
Off speed, waiting on it. Blaska fouls it back. 1-1.
Nice pitch. Time Blaska jumped on it and just needed to wait maybe a split second more, hands a little higher.
Emma Hewsome waits on deck if Blaska can extend the inning for Champlin Park. 1-1 pitch on the inside corner. 1-2.
Good look, good pitch. She's dotting the spots right now, is Willett. She's going to need it again here.
Pitching with a 12-4 lead, and Blaska just waits enough, gets a piece of it, fights it off. It's 1-2.
Lives to play another pitch, does Blaska. She'd love to see a fastball. Last time she got one in that second inning, she blistered it.
Just 1 conference loss for Champlin Park this season. That was to Centennial. Bouncer, weird spin. Schultz makes a nice play over to first in time. And Blaska and the Rebels retired in the bottom of the fourth. No runs, a hit. They leave 1. And we'll move on to the 5th inning here. We played 4 from Champlin Park High School in Brooklyn Park. It's 12-4 Anoka on QCTV Sports.
Every day,
Millions of people are connecting
and even though we're overcoming obstacles,
Watching each other's backs,
and banding together.
we should still make an effort.
We should still make an
to
effort.
get to know each other,
On a deeper level.
Father,
cosplayer,
Mentor.
actor.
it's time we take a step forward
It's time we take a step forward.
Come together.
and discover
How accepting our differences
can make us stronger.
I'm Jenny Garth, and as a mother of 3, I know kids worry about a lot of things. Getting enough food to eat shouldn't be one of them. But here in America, that is a real worry for 1 in 5 children. This is unacceptable, and something Feeding America is working to solve. Through a nationwide network of food banks, Feeding America serves virtually every community in the United States, including yours. See how you can help your community. Visit feedingamerica.org. Together, we can solve hunger. Together, we're Feeding America.
Anoka batting, top of the 5th inning. In the top of their order, Abby Dusterhoft, Alexa Dusterhoft, and Maddie Frecking. And Riley Leonhardt starts out Abby Dusterhoft. Strike 1.
Dusterhoff duo, the twin sisters, have had an impressive evening tonight.
1 strike pitch, misses ball 1. Yeah, Abby's been on all 3 times, hit by a pitch and then 2 walks. Alexa in the on deck circle, 2 doubles and hit by a pitch. 1 of 3 here that Leonhardt has connected on tonight. 1-1 strike, 1 and 2.
Good pitch, came in right on the hands, about knee high. And Dusterhoff pretty active. Abby, that is, in that box.
1-2 pitch, bounces off the plate, 2-2.
Tries to get a good view, a good look.
Light starting to take effect as the sun heads to the western horizon. 2-2 delivery on the outside corner at the letters. And Dusterhoff goes down looking, 1 out.
Well framed that time by the catcher for the Rebels. And you mentioned it, got caught looking that time. Good pitch.
5th strikeout of the game for Riley Leonhardt, who came in with 59 Ks. Here's Alexa Dusterhoff now. 2 doubles and a hit by pitch. 2 for 2 tonight, 3 runs scored. Off the handle towards the right side, little blooper.
Glove save and a beauty.
Nice catch.
Hashtag FTL, flashing the leather at first. Other Rebels.
Yeah, went up and got it.
Climbs the ladder and flashes that leather. Nice catch. And quick 2 outs here.
Maddie Frecking. 4 runs batted in. Sacrifice fly, 2-run single, and a bases loaded walk. She's been knocking in runs in just about any way you can. The only other way that probably she hasn't knocked one in yet is catcher's interference.
Right.
So 1 strike here to Maddie Frecking. I believe catcher's interference, I believe the batter does get credit to that run batted in. I'd have to look at the rules. 0-2. Might just be an error on the catcher. Then no RBI would be awarded, Joe.
So look here, Frecking has done a good job all evening kind of setting that table.
0-2 here. Leonhardt to Frecking off the screen and foul. 0-2.
Leonhardt has tried just assortment of pitches to try to get Frecking out, and each time Frecking just gets that bat head out.
Frecking gets on, Jones on deck, 0-2. Here's the pitch. Reaches out and gets a piece of it, stays alive, still 0-2.
Yep, took a lunge at that one. Thought, hey, you know what? I gotta get a bat on this. So good as a freshman also here for this young Tornado squad.
0-2, 2 down, nobody on. Riley Leonhardt trying for another 1-2-3 inning. And it's fouled at the plate, in the dirt, just staying alive, Frecking.
Such a strong hitter. You see her head is so still as a hitter. Doesn't change the angle.
Swing and a miss, struck her out. 2 strikeouts this inning, 6 for the game. That's 7 in a row now set down for Riley Leonhardt, kind of settling in, but again, her club still down 12-4 as she sends Anoka down 1-2-3 in the top of the 5th. Bottom of the 5th coming up, we played 4.5. It's Anoka 12 and Champlin Park 4.
No, you're right. Leonhardt has really settled down, and I'm guessing she's a little bit more at ease when she gets to face Jones with no one on base versus the bases loaded, or anyone on base. There's a look at the standings, Northwest Suburban Conference. And I just got to tell you, the number of teams that this Northwest Suburban has grown and expanded to is astounding. And then you look at Blaine up top, They play, I think their next game is going to be against Edina coming up on Thursday. And then Centennial, 9-2. Champlin Park, you said Jim has won 5 in a row. Get to a 10-3 mark. Followed closely by Maple Grove at 8-4. You get a look at Anoka as well at 8-4, and Rogers at 6-5. Andover trying to get just beyond 500. They advanced, they advanced to the section championship last year, did Andover, but lost to Forest Lake. Forest Lake has some deep pitching.
Yeah, they're a top 5 team. First pitch swinging is Hewsome deep at the hole at short, and Frecking with a strong throw. 1 out.
I enjoy watching her play. I mean, she gets that footwork down. That's the key thing on fielding, is getting your footwork. You got to move it, set them up, put them down, but then she gets a great long throw. You could hang out a week's worth of laundry on that line from short to first. And she got the runner not by a half a step, but by a couple of steps. Again, she goes deep into the hole, and she's done that 3 times, 4 times already today. And, you know, here's what I like about what happened. She just struck out. Some people hang their heads. They feel bad about it, and her mindset was back into it and ready to field.
Abby Meads bats for Champlin Park, down 12-4, bottom of the 5th inning. Ball 1. Meads here today. 2 hits, single and a double. 2 of the 6 hits that Champlin Park has tonight off the bat of Abby Meads. 1 ball pitch. It's a strike, 1-1.
Good location there. Meads has come up, and each time she's up, she's seen at least 3 pitches.
Change up and a beauty. 1-2.
That one was like a nibbler, right? It was like, oh, she fooled me, but I think that's just gonna miss. But it hung up, stayed up, punched it for a strike.
It was like a worm on a hook. And that misses outside, 2-1.
Meads, as I mentioned, she's doing a nice job of seeing a lot of pitches. Not a lot of walks on the season, but the more pitches she sees.
2-2 with 1 down, sharply hit, and that's into the right center field gap there. Cut off by Teese as it got past Schultz, the second baseman. A 1-out base hit, and Meads now 3 for 3.
Hey, it's not like I'm the Einstein of baseball, but you see a lot of pitches, fouls them off, and I'll tell you, she is an excellent hitter. She came in at a .353 average and is 3 for 3 in each one of her hits. Again, it's been quality at bats, at least 3 pitches that she has seen.
Ava Parent steps in here, a single and a fly out to second. She'll ground to second here. Schultz will have 1 play over to first to get the batter 2 down. Meads advances to second.
And unfortunately, there's the case. Parent is doing well this year, hitting 38 at bats, now 41. She's hitting about .470, but that was 1 and done, 1 pitch and done.
That'll leave it up to Caitlin Tillman, reaching an airfielder's choice here tonight, 0 for 2 with 2 down, and the runner at second, Abby Meads. Willette delivers high, ball 1.
See if they can extend this inning, the Rebels.
Tillman, the junior catcher, 1 ball pitch to her at the eyes, 2-0.
Right, there was always a rule with the youth baseball, at the eyes, let it by. Tough to catch up to those pitches.
2-0. Off speed, and it drops across right at the knees, 2-1. That's been a good pitch here tonight for Avery Willette.
You know, I've got to think that she's probably tough at the old beanbag game as well, as she just drops it right in.
2-1 comes high this time, 3-1.
It's almost like she's more comfortable throwing that off-speed pitch than the fastball. Likes to pitch backwards.
Runner at second is Meads, a 2 out. Willette to the plate.
Oh.
Just missed low, maybe a little outside, but was below the knees, ball 4. And Tillman is on first and second, 2 outs, just the second walk given up by Willette in the game tonight. And that gives Riley Leonhardt here a chance to bat in the number 8 spot.
They have a runner in as well here for the Rebels. Let their catcher get some gear on. Trying to see the number that went over there. That's 6.
Hannah Hewson. Emma Hewson's sister, Hannah Hewson, running over at first base for Leonhardt. Meanwhile, it's Natalie Warwa, or excuse me, it's Leonhardt at the plate. Tillman has Hewson running for her over at first, and Leonhardt the batter. First pitch is a strike, second pitch on the ground, slow roller to short. Frecking will sidearm it over to first in time for the out. Leonhardt is out, as are the Rebels here in the bottom of the 5th inning. No runs, a hit, they leave 1. And Anoka continues here as we played 5 innings. We move to the 6th. 12-4 Tornadoes on QCTV Sports.
The St. Paul Saints are back.
Gordon dives, has it, goes second for 1 on to first. Double play.
Catch live coverage of tomorrow's big league stars right here on this community station.
Top of the 6th inning, Brooklyn Jones. Big night tonight for Brooklyn. 2 home runs, 6 runs batted in. One of those a grand slam. And she leads off the top of the 6th inning. Looks at the first pitch low, ball 1.
Jones went to 0 for 4 in the loss to Wayzata.
Swings and misses here, 1-1.
That was played on Saturday for Anoka.
Her 2 home runs tonight. Her first one, the 2-run shot, was to the right of the scoreboard in left center field. And then that grand slam, she pulled it, hit it well. This one's to center, well hit. This one to the fence, and Perrin is there to make the catch. Gave it a ride to just about the straightaway center field. It's going to say the deepest part of the park, but most of these softball fields are symmetrical all the way around. But Jones hit that one pretty well. A bid for a 3rd home run, but she's retired.
Went for the hat trick for home runs. Just short, but she may get another at bat.
Her grand slam was a tape measure shot on the top of the batting cages out beyond the left field fence here with 1 down. Pitcher Avery Willette takes outside 1-0. Well, that's had a nice night tonight here. 2 hits, hit by a pitch. 2 for 2, technically 3 hits. One of them was on her person. And took a base, takes here. And it's 1 ball and 1 strike now. 1-1 to Willette, followed by Francois. There's now 8 in a row retired quietly here by Riley Leonhardt. Reaching out, little bloop towards right center. That'll land between the second baseman Gruen and the right fielder Rosine. Bloop base hit Willette, and she's on.
That looks like, sometimes some people may say, well, it looks like not the best swing, but that was some good hitting.
Thurber's on at first.
Extended it, reached. It was a well-pitched ball. I mean, she put it in a great spot, just got her hands out on that swing in the barrel and lifted it. Vince Scully would always say, and promptly lifted into left field.
Double-digit hits for Anoka now, their 10th hit of the game. Squaring to bunt, Francois lays it down. Pitcher Leonhardt, 1 play over to first. Sacrifice bunt. That gets Thurber, who's running for Willette, down to second base. Now 2 outs for Bree Tees.
Tees has had some success tonight.
Fly out, single, run scored, and a fly out. 1 for 3 tonight. With 2 down, if she gets on, Paige Schultz. 2 up next. Schultz in the on-deck circle in front of the Champlin Park dugout. This is off the plate, ball 1.
Hey, focus here for Coach Tony and the Tornadoes. Hey, let's get that other run in here from second base. When you're 1 run away from going to a 10-run rule, sticks in your brain, can play some games on you. So you can see they're trying to get the extended lead at second.
1 ball, 1 strike. Teese would represent right now at the plate that 10th run as far as the lead in the game. 2 balls and 1 strike. The other Anoka game that at least you and I did together. They beat Andover in a 10-run rule game, 15-4. Here they have 12 runs in this one. I think Anoka likes having their games on QCTV. It's combined 27 runs scored here, and this one isn't over yet. That ball also high in that pitch from Leonhardt, and it's 3 balls and 1 strike.
Well, it's certainly a hitter's count right now. See if she tries to drive this one up the middle, to keep the hands back.
Leonhardt to the plate, sharply right back up the middle over the bag and into center field. Thurber rounding third. Here comes the throw. It's up the line. And Thurber dives in. And it's now 13-4. Run in here. RBI base hit by Teese. And with 2 out, it's Paige Schultz.
It's just like, hey, you could just tell she kept those hands back, got a good swing, and didn't try to do too much. Put it right back up the middle.
RBI single by Teese. She goes to second on the throw. And the batter will be Paige Schultz. Schultz 0 for 3, struck out her last at bat. And looks at strike 1 here. 0-1.
Yep, last time up, you could tell Leonhardt just kind of overpowered her. Brought some high velo pitches.
Another 2-run, a 2-out run scored here for Anoka. 12 of their 13 have scored with 2 outs. Phenomenal.
Yeah, that's some good focus.
0-2. Outside, 1-2. Following Schultz here, if she extends the inning, it's Kenzie Flickinger in the on-deck circle. Leonhardt trying to keep it here at 13-4, top of the 6th for Anoka. And Leonhardt to the plate, high and away, 2-2.
Well, she remembered last time up, she really brought some high heat. She could not catch up with it. That was Schultz last time.
Very pleasant evening. The moon is out. 2-2 on the inside corner. She'll go down looking. Schultz out. Anoka adds a run. 1 run, 2 hits, 1 left. Bottom of the 6th coming up, 5.5. Anoka 13, Champlin Park 4.
Did they find a strike zone yet?
She actually did. The Champlin Park girl started throwing it where I call it the majority of them down and away.
Here tonight, line score for the Anoka Tornadoes, 13 runs here tonight. 13 runs, now 11 hits in the game. And they have left 1, 2, 3, 4 on base. Meanwhile, for Champlin Park, they have the 4 runs on 7 hits. And they've left 4 on as well. And Champlin Park bats here in the bottom of the 6th inning, needing some runs. They have 2 at-bats to try and make up here and stay with just 1 loss in the conference, coming in at 8-1. Natalie Warwa, the designated player, leading it off here, and starting her out with a strike is Avery Willett. 1 strike from Willett, off speed high, 1-1. It's Warwa, Remler, and Grun.
Hey, instead of players getting another look at these pitchers and trying to take advantage of it, the pitchers have really settled in these last 3 innings for both squads.
1 ball, 1 strike, nobody out. Bounce to second. Schultz gobbles it up, 1 out.
Last time out for Willett, meanwhile, as she's entering her 6th inning. She went 3 innings against Wayzata, gave up 3 hits, 2 earned runs. Gave up a home run, but He's got things right now in a groove.
Reese Remler looking for her first hit of the game. 0 for 2 with a walk. Hits this one high, got under it. Teese will make the catch in shallow straightaway center field. And Remler down, 2 down. Remler last at bat hit one, just missed a home run to center field. And that one got under it again, 2 down.
Yeah, and then previous at bat as well. She lifted one to
Actually,
left
that
field.
was left field, yeah. Left field, Remler in her previous at bat. That one was to center. That one in the 4th inning drove Franz Wall all the way back to the fence, back to the warning track as Grun, the batter here, high, ball 1.
Well, when you can hold this Rebels offense that has produced 83 runs coming into this game, add their 4 to 87. They've outscored opponents 83-25 with that 10-3 record. And Jim, as you mentioned, 5 wins in a row. And Willette doesn't actually come in with a lot of overpowering pitches, but I'll tell you, she has stifled the Rebels.
1-1 here. It's 2-1. Grun, 2 hits, couple of singles her last 2 at bats, also walked. 2 for 2 here tonight. And 2 balls and 1 strike to Maddie Grun, senior second baseman for the Rebels. 2 out, nobody on. And it's up and in, 3-1.
And one thing Willette has done is, you know, they always say pitching is location, but I'm telling you, she's hitting her spots on those off-speed pitches.
3-1 to Grun, fouled off to the right side. That's towards the other field.
Say we're going to need to start collecting some foul balls off the QCTV.
I haven't seen
the
one
over/under was 7 coming in, and I haven't seen one yet.
Disappointing. 3-2. Hit sharply and caught at second base by Schultz. Diving towards first base. What a catch by Schultz. And it's 3 up, 3 down to end the inning here in the bottom of the 6th inning. A bang, bang play as we've played 6. Still 13-4. Tornadoes over the Rebels on QCTV Sports.
The thing that drives me every day as a dad is him. Every day he's hungry for something. And there's this huge responsibility in making sure that he's a good person. I think the advice I would give is you don't need to know all the answers. It's okay to make mistakes. As long as it's coming from love, then it kind of starts to work itself out.
When you look at the number of disasters in the U.S., chances are every area will deal with some kind of emergency in the next decade. And between school, sports, and social lives, chances are you won't be with your kids when it happens. Will they know what to do? Ready.gov/kids has the educational tools and information to make the conversation easy. When the time comes, chances are they'll feel prepared, not scared. So talk with your family today.
Jordan knows.
Here are the Tornadoes, top of the 7th, enjoying a 13-4 lead here on the Champlin Park Rebels. And the bunt attempt by the leadoff hitter, Kenzie Flickinger, is a foul ball, trying to push it towards the third base line, 1 strike.
Flickinger was also a pitcher in their last game for Anoka against Wayzata, went 3 innings.
Slaps this one to the left side. That'll be out of play. 0-2. So it's Flickinger and then the Dusterhoffs.
Look at this
Abby
web
and Alexa. Oh, there it is. Nice.
Grun that time squared up. But great glove work, also flashing some leather. At second base was Schultz. Beautiful play. She extended and made that play. That ball was heavy. You could tell the way it was hit. And screaming its way to right field, and she robbed it.
I think these players really enjoy playing under the lights. It's just a different kind of festive mood, and there's a called strike 3. Flickinger down looking, back-to-back strikeouts. 1 down here in the 7th inning, and strikeout number 7 here in the game for Leonhardt.
And it's Tornadoes there flipping the lineup. You can see that pitch. Caught the outside part of the plate. 7 strikeouts.
Abby Dusterhoft starts it out here. Ball 1-0. Abby Dusterhoft hit by a pitch, a walk, and went down looking in the 5th inning. She's been on base 3 times and has scored 3 runs. Swings and misses here, 1-1.
Yeah, Leonhardt is now just buzzing. She is finding her spot. Took a little while to warm up. Unfortunately for her, some of those walks set up some of those rallies with 2 outs.
Yeah,
Walks and hit batters.
Yeah, she hit 3 batters, walked 3, and has hit 3. Unofficial totals, of course.
Oh, they're official.
2 balls, 1 strike. And it misses high. You know, I have not had the accounting firm of Waterhorse or House and whoever does the academy. They have not checked my books yet. So, until they do, it is the officially unofficial. 3-1 pitch is on the inside corner, and it fills the count at 3-2.
She popped him at that time, got some powder out of it. Perfect spot. Good job of framing.
3 balls, 2 strikes, nobody on, 1 out. We're in the top of the 7th. 3-2. Little flare caught by the first baseman, Meads. 2 down.
Boy, has Champlin Park settled down after that 3rd inning.
Yeah, they've only given up 1 run past the 3rd. They're going to want those first 3 innings back, of course. They just, a little out of sorts. Leonhardt ran into trouble with the walks and the hit batters, and then, that sets it up for the big lumber in the middle. And the 2 out base hits. 2 up, 2 down. This one's going to land in the right center field for a base hit. Over to cut it off his parent. And Alexa Dusterhoft has her 3rd hit of the game, 2 doubles and now a single.
Man, that's just a clean swing when she came up there. You could just see her hands get to the ball. Wasn't trying to pull it outside part of that plate. She got the barrel of the pat through. Very nice.
Here's Maddie Frecking, the freshman shortstop. Sacrifice fly, single, walk. It's driven in 4 runs in the game tonight, although struck out her last at bat. Ball 1 to her here in the first offering from Riley Leonhardt.
She has had some awesome plays at shortstop as well. Some plays deep in the hole and gunned down some runners.
1-0, low, 2-0.
Caught a fly ball behind 3rd when she was playing way up earlier in the game. Almost caught it with her bare hand.
Yeah, she's got quite a future. 2-0 pitch. Hits it on the ground. Roller to Gruen. Makes the play, and Anoka down in the top of the 7th inning. No runs, a hit, and they leave 1. Last chance for Champlin Park. They need 9 to extend the ball game here. To go to the bottom of the 7th, 6.5 played, 13-4, Anoka.
I'm going to guess Leonhardt was okay with not seeing Jones one more time today. And she was in the on-deck circle there.
Jones has been a handful here tonight, and not just Brooklyn Jones, but the other hitters here for the Tornadoes in this game. They hit that last inning, singled by Alexa Dusterhoft, their 12th of the game.
Yeah, but Jones, don't forget also that, hey, she made a nice play. Was it the 1st or 2nd inning up against the fence on a foul ball? She darted back. She threw a runner out from her knees out at 3rd, trying to advance. Gonna look at the Tornadoes' upcoming schedule. They're at Maple Grove coming up here on Thursday the 12th. And then on the 13th at Osseo, followed by Totino Grace, hosting Osseo, Totino Grace, and Rogers on the 17th. And then travel to St. Michael on the 20th. Meanwhile, the Rebels, if they cannot extend this 5-game winning streak to 6, they will then take on Coon Rapids. At Coon Rapids on the 12th, at Ricori on the 13th, at Brainerd on the 14th, at Osseo on the 16th, and at home against Maple Grove.
Alyssa Blaska leads it off here, and her first pitch she sees, she hits it on the ground to 2nd. Another nice play by Schultz. Schultz has been stellar at 2nd base here tonight for Anoka, 1 out.
And I'll tell you, that's a give out with Blaska coming in, hitting .420 on the season. A power bat there, and if you're going to try to get that first out, that's that critical out. And, when teams make rallies and have setbacks.
Here's a line drive. That's down the line, cut off nicely by Francois. No, it got past her. So heading for second with a double is Emma Hewson with one out in the 7th inning.
That was wrapped. That was barrel down and hands through as Hewson was hitting .351 coming into the game. Picks up a single and then extended to second base on the air in left field. So
here's Abby Meads. Single, double, and a single. 3 for 3 tonight for Champlin Park.
Yeah, and she's been the one who's probably seen the most pitches tonight of any of the Rebels hitters, and she's been able to turn that in to her benefit with 3 hits.
1 strike, the count to Meads with Ava Parent on deck. Champlin Park needs a pile of runs here in the 7th.
Meads came in hitting .353. She's nearing .375.
1 strike pitch is a changeup, and Meads lays off, but it's a called strike, and Willette's been doing that all night. She's been throwing that changeup for strikes that has been keeping the Rebel hitters off balance.
That helium changeup.
0-2. Low. Meads a single in the 2nd, double in the 3rd, single in the 5th.
How many walks does Willette have?
Willette has walked a couple.
She's been impressive. I mean, you can tell she knows her strength.
1-2 pitch, swing and a miss, struck her out. No, a foul tip, but still held on to by Jones, the catcher. That is the first strikeout of the game for Avery Willette. And Meads down swinging, and Champlin Park is down to their final out.
Well, Jim, I'll have this to say as the Minnesota Wild are playing tonight. I'd rather be listening to you on the radio and calling a Wild game. You've done that in the past, and you do an outstanding job. Oh, yeah, you did a tremendous job. Enjoy hearing you call. Those are the games for the State High School League as well for 45.
1 strike pitch in the air, shallow center. Shortstop Frecking is out. Oh, and she can't grab it. Everybody's going to be safe. She tried to square up to the infield and just did not squeeze that ball, and it sneaks out. Parent is safe on the air. And runners will be at the corners, 1st and 3rd. Champlin Park staying alive for Caitlin Tillman.
Well, on an evening when runs with 2 outs have been a premium, I can tell you Anoka will not relax until they get this last out.
Tillman 0 for 2 tonight, reaching an air, fielder's choice, and a walk. The junior catcher for the Rebels takes strike 1.
Anoka has 13 runs, as we mentioned last inning. 12 of those runs have come with 2 outs.
Leonhard would bat if Tillman can extend the game here. The 1 strike pitch. She did not check in time. It's a strike. 0-2.
I mean, I'm impressed though with Willette. Her changeups, that was a good fastball, but her changeups have all stayed about knee high. That keeps her out of trouble.
Pitches high. 1-2.
Wanted to maybe end this game with an exclamation point fastball. Tried to walk the ladder that time.
1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Willette trying to finish it up here for Anoka. And delivers up and away. 2-2. Willette has gone the distance. Pitching in her 7th inning of work here in this one here tonight, trying to get the complete game victory.
Changeup, I would bet, coming here. Even though they know it's coming, they haven't been able to do much damage to it.
1 strike away, 2-2 pitch, and she did. And a nice job by Tillman waiting on it, but out in front pulls it foul.
Kept her hands back as long as she could on that changeup. She really took a lot off of those pitches. I mean, her changeups are even different speeds, slow and slower.
Parent at first, Hewson at 3rd, 2-2 pitch. Just missed. That'll fill the count at 3 balls and 2 strikes.
I done twerked there a fastball. Unleash one there, and I think the fastball, as I said, she's pitched backwards the whole night. I would say that fastball sets up a changeup.
Payoff with 2 down. On the outside corner, Tillman goes down looking. It's a strikeout for Ouellette. Her only 2 strikeouts of the game come here in the 7th inning. And Anoka finishes off the win. Champlin Park in the bottom of the 7th. They get no runs on 1 hit. There was an error. And they leave a 1 on. And it's a final score here tonight from Champlin Park, 13-4. Anoka beats Champlin Park for the Tornadoes. 13 runs, 12 hits, 3 errors. They left 5. And for Champlin Park, 4 runs, 8 hits, no errors. They leave 5. And again, Avery Ouellette gets the win. Complete game victory, 7 innings pitched. And all 4 runs that she gave up tonight were unearned. Scattering the 7 hits, struck out 2, walked a couple. So a good performance here by Ouellette. And certainly a highlight, Brooklyn Jones with the 2 home runs tonight and 6 RBIs, the offensive hero and highlight for Anoka, Joe.
Impressive night and a great offensive display, and Ouellette being able to stifle those Rebels, hitting .322 on the season and holding them to just 4 runs. And as you mentioned, Jim, those 4 runs unearned.
Anoka hands Champlin Park just their 2nd conference loss at 8-2. Rebels 10-4 overall, and the win for Anoka, they improve to 9-4, 6-3 in conference play. For everybody here at QCTV, for Joe Rulin, I'm Jim Erickson. Have a good night, everybody. Again, the final 13-4 Anoka over the Rebels.